What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Last Thursday, I checked out Mission Impossible Fallout in IMAX. It is the 6th installment in the hugely successful Mission Impossible franchise, which is based off of the TV series of the same name, and it is also one of my favorite action film franchises of all time. I can't believe it's been 22 years since the very first Mission Impossible film, which came out in 1996, directed by Brian De Palma. It would introduce us to Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt. And then in 2000, John Woo, the director, he would take over and turn Mission Impossible into an action spectacle. And then in 2006, J.J. Abrams would step on board as a director, and then he would take the elements that we loved about the first film, combine it with the action of the second film, and then give us a really good balance in Mission Impossible 3. And then in Mission Impossible 4, which is known as Ghost Protocol, J.J. Abrams would step down as a director and then serve as a producer from this point on for all the future Mission Impossible films. And then Ghost Protocol was directed by Brad Bird, who brought the action and all the missions, that we see in this film on a whole other level. It was a really impressive film. I love that film. One of my favorite films of that year. And then Christopher McQuarrie would take over in 2015 and give us Rogue Nation, which ended up being an even better film than Ghost Protocol. And then now we have Christopher McQuarrie returning back as a director for Fallout. And the big question is he going to do better than the previous film? Because Rogue Nation did end up being my favorite mission of the entire franchise. So what can Fallout do for us? Well, I'm going to let you know in my expectations versus reality format for my film reviews. And let me just give you my expectations first. With Tom Cruise serving as a producer, and with Tom Cruise wanting to do his own stunts, and with Christopher McQuarrie back to direct, I expect Mission Impossible Fallout to be better than Rogue Nation. And I really truly believe that is going to happen because of all the talent that is on board. Of course, they want to make it better, and Tom Cruise is such an amazing talent that I know that he wants to really put the audience right into the action and then just bring it to a whole new level. With Tom Cruise doing a huge amount of his stunts back in Mission Impossible 2, he knows what he's capable of doing. And Mission Impossible 2 was a huge success all because of the spectacular action. You know, despite all the criticisms behind it, you gotta admit that in Mission Impossible 2, the one thing that made it so fun to watch was because of all the crazy action and Tom Cruise doing a lot of his own stunts. He's taking it to a whole other level with Mission Impossible Fallout, and that's exactly what I expect to see. I expect to see some crazy, crazy action and just some really good storytelling and just some amazing stunts on Tom Cruise's part. I've seen the film, and this freaking film just blew my mind. I gotta say that Mission Impossible Fallout is easily my favorite film, or the best film of 2018, and this film exceeded my expectations completely. Like, it easily exceeded my expectations. It is the best mission yet. Holy cow. The action is unbelievable. It's on another level, and it's all because of the direction, Tom Cruise's stunt work, like his enthusiasm for putting himself in danger, and it's just a great action film. Like, I gotta say that it's one of the greatest action films of all time, and it's on its way to being an instant classic, like an instant action film classic. It is that good. Completely exceeded my expectations, and wow. Like, I don't know what more I can say, like, just wow. Let me give you some things that I really loved about the film, and of course, it's the action. There's so much action in this film. I expected it to have a lot of action. I didn't expect it to have that much action, so in that sense, my expectations were completely exceeded, but the action is just so beautifully choreographed. It's so amazingly, like, it's so well done. It's so amazingly well planned out. It's so well planned out in the sense that it's got, whether it's a fight scene or a motorcycle chase or a car chase or a foot chase or like a helicopter chase, like, it doesn't matter. It is an amazing, it's amazing set piece after set piece after set piece. And it has a lot to do with two things, Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie. First of all, Tom Cruise is another element that is just a huge pro for this movie because he's the star, he's the producer, and he's also a stuntman. And he wants the audience to be right in the middle of the action. And by doing that, with the help of Christopher McQuarrie, bringing the action right there, bringing the camera right into the action. And then I kind of feel that they've really changed like the way action is shot, because you have the actor being right there in danger, and then he reminds us that that's Ethan Hunt, that's Tom Cruise doing all his own stunts. He brings the camera into the action so that you see Tom Cruise, brings it out wide again so you see all the danger that he's in, and brings it back into Tom Cruise so that you still see that's Tom Cruise. And then it gives us a heightened level of excitement just because of the way it's shot. It's just so beautifully photographed, and I've just never seen action shot in that way. It's like visual art. It's like an art form in the way that they brought us into the action. And I know I keep on saying but that's exactly what they literally do for the audience, and then you just can't help but feel mesmerized by everything that's going on. It's such a visually driven piece. Like, wow, like you're on the edge of your seat in a lot of the action sequences. During the fight scenes, you feel the hits. It doesn't feel like a dance and overly choreographed. It feels rough, and it is like you feel all the impacts and all the punches, the kicks, the car crashes, like everything. And there are scenes where you just hold your breath because it is that intense. And what expert direction on Christopher McQuarrie's part. I mean, this film is so well paced. There's never a dull moment, and just he knows how to take the audience into the story where you just feel like you really need to root for their survival, and you hold your breath when things are happening because you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know what I'm saying? So he really knew how to bring the audience right into the middle of this story and just feel like we are there. And we're just invested all the way through. So, wow, that is, like, they did a lot of really great things in this film. Now, here's some things that didn't work for me in this movie. And, you know, these aren't really complaints, but these are still flaws in the film, and in my opinion. And I think that the characters are written a little bit too smart. And what I mean by that is that things are just really convenient. Like, they just know. And they just know. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really smart, and they know how to keep on constantly outsmarting each other. So I'm just thinking, oh, okay, well, that's a little convenient, but it's satisfying. Like, it works, but in the same time, you just wonder, like, why are they so smart? Like, how did they figure that out? And it really doesn't cover upon that. Like, they don't really, I guess they don't really, like delve into that. They just know it, and it's really, really convenient. Another thing is that there was this particular scene. It's a shootout scene where I had no idea who was shooting who, because you don't know who's on whose side, and it's very, very confusing at that one scene. But besides that, that's it. Like, these things don't really bother me, but it's just something I pointed out during when that scene is taking place. But then after that scene was done, I was just completely mesmerized in all the things that were going on, which were so, so exciting. Overall, my final thoughts is this is the best film of 2018. This is the best Mission Impossible film yet, and this is going to go down as an instant action film classic. Mark my words. Like, back in 2015, I thought Mad Max Fury Road really brought the bar to a new level, like a new raised level. Mission Impossible Fallout really brought the bar to a whole nother level, and it's all because of the way it was shot, the types of set pieces, and also Tom Cruise doing all his own stunts. These are really intricate and complex action sequences, or rather, these are action sequences that we've seen done before, like motorcycle chases, car chases. We've seen all this before, but they really planned it out in a way where they just are redefining motorcycle chases, redefining fight scenes, redefining helicopter chases, and all that. We've seen all these things in previous films, previous Mission Impossible films, and other action films, but they really took it to a whole other level that I don't even think can be topped. Mark my words. I'm really serious about this. I'm gonna watch this film a couple more times. I freaking love this film. I came out of the theater just screaming, that was awesome. And I'm giving this film a lot of high praise, and I'm just gonna say that, yeah, it's better than Avengers Infinity War. I gave Avengers Infinity War 9.5 out of 10. I'm giving this film 9.75 out of 10. It is a near perfect film, like pretty much a perfect film except for those things that I mentioned, which is not even a really big deal. But it is a God level action film. Okay, I'm talking about God level, which means that it is hard to top this film, and I don't think it will be topped for a number of years. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.